started. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar on Navigate Your Windows Migration with Confidence. My name is Sudesh Bhosle. I'm the Vice President Sales at Anunta. Just a quick view on Anunta. So at Anunta, we believe in building secure and compliant desktop workspaces across public, private, and hybrid cloud. We've been consistently featuring in the Gartner's Magic Quadrant for Desktop as a Service, and having successfully migrated over 750,000 desktops and users. Our motto is to enhance workforce productivity, delivering superior and end-user computing experiences. So quickly, I'll run you through the agenda for today's webinar. So let's learn on how ways and means to upgrade Windows 11. What are the best practices? We have a good panel of experts here from Microsoft and from Anunta. I'll quickly get them introduced. I have Mr. Prashant Singh, who's the regional solution specialist from Microsoft, and Mitul Rajput, who's our senior vice president and head of engineering. Just a few call outs. This session is going to get recorded. At the end of the session, you will have a Q&A. I would request to post all your queries in the Q&A. All lines will be muted till the time the speakers are speaking. Thank you so much. Over to you, Prashant. Prashant, you're on mute. Prashant, you're on mute. Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you, Sudesh. Thank you for setting up the context, and hello and good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for taking out time today and joining us for this event. I'm quite excited to be part of this session today. In the next couple of minutes, I'll be taking you through the Windows 10 to Windows 11 migration story. We'll also touch upon advanced security features associated with Windows 11. We'll also share details on the new AI PCs, which we are calling it Copilot Plus PCs, and seamlessly how we are migrating the Windows 10 to Windows 11 and how does the journey look like for all of you, and how Anunta technology is helping us to get through this journey. We'll be talking more about it in the coming slides. So let me start with my first slide. And now, as everybody here might know, that Windows 10 is going end of support. And as you know, every 5 to 6 years, a version of Windows reaches its end of support date. And this year, on October 14th, it's Windows 10's turn. So the end of the support for Windows 10 means that Microsoft will stop providing security updates and technical support for the operating system. Some of the organizations want to wait until the last moment to upgrade, and it's understandable. So, but in the past, upgrades could be a real hassle, but that has changed now, and that has changed with Windows 11 Pro. So not only are our new Windows 11 devices optimized for compatibility, but there are also some great tools to support and help you get started with your migration journey. So there is a little more than 6 months remaining until Windows 10 end of support. So I would say around 200 days to be specific. And considering this, we are very close to last moment to initiate assessment for Windows 11 readiness and prepare complete full migration plan that incorporates both refreshing the ineligible devices and upgrading the eligible devices to Windows 11 before the end of support deadline approaches. So if you delay upgrades past end of service, you'll no longer receive security updates, and which could put your business at risk. So as a technology experts, you are the key stakeholders, understanding the impact of Windows 10 end of support. And with support for Windows 10 ending on 14th of October 2024, now is the time to act. And when Windows 10 reaches end of support, Microsoft will no longer release security updates. That's the first thing you need to keep in mind. This can leave devices vulnerable to new threats, which could lead to dangerous and costly data breaches. Secondly, you can't put a price on innovation. Businesses that upgrade to Windows 11 Pro can stay ahead of the curve by leveraging the AI technologies which are enhancing the employee experiences today. Also, if I talk about the risks associated to it, Windows, while some customer may want to hold on to Windows 10, older devices can become expensive to maintain and it is a costly affair to repair them. But the potential cost of the security breaches and the loss of productivity needs to be considered by you today in order to make sure that you are upgrading the devices. Also, sooner is better than later. So the faster customers are transitioning to Windows 11 Pro, the sooner they are seeing the benefits from all it has to offer. And that is what we are seeing in past few years since the time we have announced the end of support. And by upgrading ahead of Windows 10 end of support date, you'll also have time to troubleshoot if there are any issues which are forthcoming for you during these upgrades. And last but not the least, you are entering the AI era, and entering with Windows 11 is quite easy. So with Windows 11 Pro, a business can harness AI to streamline operation and boost productivity and drive innovations within their organization and transform their businesses for digital future. So these are a couple of points you are going to miss out in case you are not updating to Windows 11 before end of support for Windows 10. So now, once you have upgraded the eligible devices, gone ahead with new device purchase against ineligible devices, there are multiple benefits, and here I have some stats to share with you. According to the commissioned study by Forrester Consulting, organizations that upgraded to Windows 11 Pro devices experienced significant improvements. And these include a 15% increase in end user productivity through real work tasks, and up to 42% on average faster completion of demanding workloads. Modern hardware performances and increased security are also key benefits, with up to 59% faster performance compared to 3+ year old PCs and a 70% reduction in attack surface, resulting in 58% fewer security incidents. And that's a great number, I would say. Additionally, end user satisfaction saw a notable boost with 50% faster workflows and collaboration and a 61% longer battery life on an average. So today, if I talk about the PCs, what I have today, we have general 5 to 6 hours of battery life, but with the new gen of PCs which are coming up with Windows 11, we can see the battery life going up to 10 to 12 hours. So now let us pivot towards the Windows security piece, which is the most concerning and which never have been so important as it is today for all of you today. With the Secure Future initiative, Microsoft said the security of our customers is our #1 priority. And so this is clearly something that we are taking very, very seriously. The most secure Windows ever means you can enable employees to work securely in any location with layers of hardware-backed protections enabled by default for a reported 58% drop in security incidents. Windows 11 comes with proactive out-of-the-box security, including TPM 2.0. And that is the minimum basic prerequisite also for you to migrate from Windows 10 to Windows 11. It helps you also to stay ahead of evolving threats with enhanced phishing protection with Microsoft Defender Smart Screen, and has mission critical application protection, including Win32 apps in isolation. And that helps you to protect your system against compromised softwares. So that was the story in terms of getting our PCs upgraded with respect to security, and security is the prime concern for all of us today. And that is how we have built secure by design and secure by default for every component of Windows 11 technology stack. And that is not only on the edge, that is from chip to cloud. And this is purposefully designed to ensure ultimate security. So Windows 11 meets the modern threats of today's flexible work environment by delivering hardware-based isolation, end-to-end encryption, and advanced malware protection as well. So customers get ultimate productivity and intuitive new experience, and you don't compromise on security by using Windows 11. Also, let me take you through a couple of layers of chip to cloud security, and that is how you will come to know that it's quite secure. And with Windows 11, raising the security baseline with new requirements built into both hardware and the software for advanced protection, there are 5 Windows 11 security priorities. The first one is the hardware. The second one is the operating system. The third is the application. Fourth is identity and privacy. And fifth is cloud. So if I talk about the baseline for Windows security, then the recommended baseline that provides foundation system integrity protection is TPM 2.0. It leverages TPM 2.0 for hardware root of trust, secure boot, and BitLocker drive encryption. Also, we are using virtualized based security, which leverages virtualization capabilities from hardware and the hypervisor to provide additional protection for critical subsystems and data. And also, secured core PCs are making the modern Windows devices that are coming today as the first level of the hardware, software, and identity protection ready right out of the box. So we are today providing the end-to-end security on not only on the device, but from device to the cloud. And the same is possible using various technologies within the security domain of our PCs. So this is a simple diagram which shows the layer of protection in Windows 11. Though we can't walk you through this entire framework in the time what we have today, but let me mention a few important ones. So if I talk about the hardware part of it, the hardware security requirements that comes with Windows 11, so we are providing here the enhanced security hardware offering, like Pluton, like secured core PCs. If you don't know what Pluton is a security processor. A security processor designed by Microsoft and built by our silicon partners, integrated into the silicon of the CPU. So that reduces the attack that surfaces by integrating the security chip directly into the processor. So that is how it makes it harder to exploit the communication path. And if I talk about the second part of the story, which is TPM 2.0, and that is, as I said earlier, it's the basic prerequisites for having Windows 10 to Windows 11 migration. So TPM 2.0 is highly strengthening the security and the features like Windows Hello and BitLocker. So you have to note that all the devices on the Windows 11 featured today are TPM 2.0 enabled by default. So Windows 11 is enhancing the out-of-the-box experience for our customers. So you get the systems, the identities, and the information all safe from day one, as soon as the system is out of the box. Also, applications like Microsoft Defender antivirus are helping for us to take care of the security features and prevent malware and guard us against the phishing attempts. So this is with respect to what we are getting from the operating system side of it. If we talk about the application layer of the security, what we have smart app controls. So now these smart app controls help prevent malware from gaining admin rights within your device. Also, we have introduced app controls for businesses, which again helps prevent unwanted or malicious code from running. Basically, it helps IT professionals to enforce what application and drivers they want to run on Windows devices, and also prevent unwanted codes from running. So that is how IT gets more more strength in terms of getting the devices secure to the highest level. Also, if I talk about the identity part of the security, we have Windows Hello for Business. You might have heard about it before as well. But with the biometric security in Windows Hello, a user's face, fingerprints, or PIN replaces the use of password to sign in. So now you no longer need to use a password, long password to sign in, and it's a password-less authentication for us. Also, one more feature which I personally like is the presence sensing, which is when the system gets logged when you leave and uses Windows Hello with presence detection sensor to sign you in when you approach. So when I move away from my system, it automatically gets logged. And that is how it's a physical security which helps us to save our data from the malicious attacks or from the people who want to attain them. Also, in terms of cloud security, we are doing a lot of things in terms of enhancing the capabilities of Microsoft Entra ID, which was formerly known as Azure Active Directory. And because it is a comprehensive cloud-based identity management solution, so we are using Microsoft Entra ID in association with Microsoft Intune, which is an MDM solution. And then Intune and Microsoft Entra ID are managing the security features and the processes. And that is how we are including multi-factor authentication and other management capabilities using this device. Also, Microsoft Entra ID can also be used with Windows Autopilot feature. That is quite interesting. And and this autopilot feature, as you know, is quite helpful for zero-touch provisioning of devices, which are pre-configured for corporate security policies. So I think with these features, this is just the tip of the iceberg, what I told to you today. But if we can have a separate session along with you, we can have a separate session on security itself. And we have a lot to talk about it. So it's a hard security that goes with Windows 11. So let us now get into the next big trend in the market, and that is the AI, artificial intelligence. And in Microsoft, we call it as Copilot. So Copilot, which is a UI for an AI for us. So it's a user interface for our artificial intelligence. In Windows, we have that available with us. And that is your AI assistant at work that combines the natural language with Microsoft AI models to perform the task and find information and create content for you. It's a powerful and convenient feature that will help you work smarter, faster, and easier. It's available across the Microsoft portfolio for consistent experience across all your devices. So let me take you through a couple of features. So you get more done with fewer clicks with Microsoft Copilot, which is the personal AI assistant for you. For example, you can quickly find relevant content. So if you have some content somewhere inside your PC, you can quickly ask Copilot, kindly fetch me this content because I'm unable to find it, and that content comes in front of you. Again, summarizing long documents, and that's quite a useful case where you have a PDF which say 100 pages and you want to summarize that PDF. You can ask Copilot and give the link of that particular PDF to Copilot and say, kindly summarize this 100-page document and give me the format in a bullet format or whatever, and give me some key ideas about it. And it can give you within seconds. And also you can create and refine content in case you want to do it before sending it to somebody. So if you use Copilot while signing into work account with Microsoft Entra ID, you'll get more benefits from enterprise data protection perspective, and also it gives you an additional layer of protection over what we are talking about on the edge. Prompts, I'm not sure whether you know, prompts is what we put it as a natural language query to the Copilot. So prompts and the responses which come from the Copilot are processed within our M365 tenant. It's within your tenant, it's logged. So everything is being taken care of in terms of security, compliance, and privacy, and is also available for audit. So your data is not used to train the foundation AI models. So that is the important point. So you have to, you are fully secured from that perspective. So let us see a couple of key features and capabilities of MS Copilot. And think of Copilot as your AI assistant in Windows that makes your work easier and enjoyable. So for example, you can drag, insert, or copy and paste a wide variety of file types into the Copilot for further action. You can quickly summarize them. You can save the reading time by summarizing them. You can create a transcript from an audio file. You can analyze the data and visualize data. So if you have Copilot for Microsoft 365 applications, you will also have the option to find and work with files and information in your corporate environment. So it's all within your tenant and totally secured by default. So let's start with the latest example of Windows innovation in Copilot plus PC. So Copilot plus PC, you need to have a Copilot plus PC to run a Copilot within a device. So now we want to know why. So you have heard how this new category of PC will leap forward, but it leap forward with the power of NPU. NPUs are neural processor compute, and with new AI experience and incredible performances. I'll be talking more about it, and we'll talk a little deeper on it in terms of how CPU, GPU, and NPU differ from each other, and how NPUs are taking the workloads of CPUs and GPUs, making the performance of your Copilot plus PCs to the next level. And the Copilot PCs, where you want to run the Copilot AI engines, it is coming with minimum 40 TOPS, which is trillion operations per second. So 40 trillion operations per second is the baseline for calling a PC as a Copilot plus PCs. So Copilot PCs, as I said, is a game changer. They are powerful. They can handle tough workloads. They are hardware-backed AI. They have security innovation. So this is the new category which we are talking about here. And it comes with the Microsoft Pluton security processors, which I talked about earlier in my slides. And it is embedded inside the processor. The security components and the chipset is built in within the processor itself. And that is the highest level of Windows security you can ever think of. And these PCs can help you find the important infos faster and can resolve your problems in seconds. So let me roll out a video for you, and that is where you will see how Copilot plus PCs are helping our users to make their work fast and simple. So fantastic. So much of processing, so much of work that is getting done easily and with very less time. And what is the hardware that is helping out to do that? And that is the NPU, which is the neural processing units embedded behind the CPUs and the GPUs, what we use today. So I just give you a small example of what NPUs brings to us. It brings a lower latency to us, so that makes our compute fast, and we can do our work in less time. It also drains the less CPU and the GPU power consumption, and that is how we are talking about having better battery performances. So the battery performances has doubled by having these type of PCs with GPUs in the backend. And also the enhanced privacy and the security piece, which we can't leave alone, because sending data to the external servers and having that exposed to more security threats, it's always better to process the data locally within the device itself. And that is where a lot of government customers and a lot of customers who are based out of India are asking to have this type of PCs within their environment in order to help them to secure their data, which they don't want to put it on the network. So these are a couple of things which NPU is helping out with. This is one of the examples I generally like to talk about. And this gives you a fair idea of how CPU workload on the left-hand side in the studio effect in Microsoft Teams call or in a Zoom call is significantly improving the background blur and the noise separation and the live captions for the presenter and the audiences when they are doing some sort of video calls. So when video calls are happening, you can see on the left-hand side, there's a CPU workload, which is overburdened, having a CPU utilization of more than 80% because of a lot of application also running parallelly. And then if you have a Copilot plus PCs on the right-hand side, you can see that it's being distributed between the CPU workload and the NPU workload. So the extra thing, what AI functionalities, which are happening within the device itself, is being taken care by the NPUs and not the CPUs and the GPUs at the back. And that is how the performance of your devices increases considerably. Now, talking about the deployment, now we have everything in place. We know about what is the deadline for having Windows 11 on our PCs, how to go about it, what all we do when we have ineligible devices. We have an option for Copilot plus PCs. And now the point is, how do we deploy it? So Windows 11 offer a range of powerful new features, as we know. So updating to Windows 11 from Windows 10 allows you to leverage these new capabilities. And you need, the best part is it is all with the same tools and processes to manage the both operating systems. So whatever tools and processes you are using today for Windows 10, the same tools and processes you can use with Windows 11 as well to manage those devices. So typically, if you see, we have two types of scenarios which are available with us. So you are probably using configuration managers to deploy line of business application and other applications to Windows devices. You are also using Intune to deploy quality and feature updates. So as well as you are also using Intune for updating your drivers and the firmwares. So all of this is with zero trust in mind. And using Microsoft machine learning, we can automatically identify the issues. We can pause deployment if necessary. We can make sure that the users are not impacted by the problematic updates if there are any. So today with Intune and Configuration Manager to manage and update your Windows 10 devices, you can do all of this with Windows 11 as well. As I said earlier, it's the same tools and same processes. So let's walk through a few specific items we have seen in practice to bolster confidence based on what you do today. So update all your devices that meet Windows 11 hardware requirements. So as I said, if now your hardwares are compatible with TPM 2.0 and they have the required processing capabilities, you can just do in-place upgrades of those devices. Also, you use Windows updates for business and the same servicing framework and processes. Also use the same tooling and the management approach as we talked about. Also treat it like any Windows feature update. So it's not a major thing that is going to change your life totally. It's just a update which we have in your existing Windows platform. Also, you should run the same apps because we have 99.7% of app compatibility ratio today with us. In case you still want to check whether the applications within your organizations are able to run on Windows 11 or not, you reach out to Anunta Tech or Microsoft, and we can help you to figure that out through our App Assure program. Also, you have a fresh look and feel of Windows 11 with the familiar user experience. We haven't changed much inside it, but we have enhanced a lot of features within it. And you will also be going to get annual updates on top of it. And there are also no changes to the enterprise licensing or the keys what you have today with your Windows 10. So what we have seen since Windows 11 launch is that customers often believe that they have to start from the scratch, but they are considering restarting their app compatibility programs as well as wipe and reload the complete upgrade to Windows 11. But the great news is that Windows is consistent and you are in control. So because it's built on the same foundation as Windows 10, Windows 11 offers the complete management and servicing consistency, plus a secure and compliant experiences from provisioning to use and to end of life. Also, Windows Autopilot, as I told earlier, also allows for secure remote provisioning with the hardware root of trust. So Microsoft Intune with Defender and Microsoft 365 services completes the picture and enable you to customize and configure the experience you need. So let me now invite Anunta Tech to share more on their Windows 11 migration approach. For those who don't know Anunta Tech is part of Microsoft Cloud Partner Program. And they are also recognized for their expertise in migrating organizations from Windows 10 to Windows 11. They also offer comprehensive migration services, including hardware assessment, application compatibility testing, and user training to ensure a smooth transition within your organization. So with that, I would like to hand over the stage to Sudesh and Mitul. Sudesh.
Okay. Thanks, Prashant, for the valuable insights. Yeah. Uh, so just to give you a view, I mean, I'm sure all the participants would agree. Any project that has a dependency on an end user, it's the most tricky project. Though at a prima facie, it may sound, I'd say, a cakewalk, but it isn't, right? So at Ananda, what we have done is we have designed our overall upgrade approach in line to the Gartner's and Microsoft's best practices. And over the course of the next 3 slides, we'll quickly run you through our approach through in a very seamless manner. We would be ensuring that without any end user disruption, how do we take you to Windows 10 to Windows 11? So, Prashant, if you can go to the next slide. The next slide would give you a view of our overall project management and the adaptive approach that we have for upgrading your Windows 10 to Windows 11. And like I said, it is in line to the best practices shared by both Gartner and Microsoft. So what we have done is we have designed a cumbersome team who can do the overall assessment of the current infra vis-a-vis what you need to upgrade to Windows 11, do the assessment, do the overall project planning, and submit and give you a comprehensive report, which would be in line to the project requirements. So the next slide will speak about the overall topology as to what is the sort of architecture, and my colleague Mitul will run you through the architecture at length.
Hey, hi team. So now there will be, you understood the Windows core features, the AI part and everything. Now the questions will be everyone is mind that we are a large organizations, we are a small organizations. How do we take up this upgradation part? How to justify the business, how to handle the users request and everything. So we have created our own support structure. In a way of that, we are managing the users communications, we are handling the business, and without disturbing the user's productivity perspective. It's from large scale to a small scale. We have covered the complete support structure from that perspective. I'll walk you through the how we have carved out the support structure based on our previous experience. We have done a lot of Windows 10 to Windows 11 migrations. So that way we have re-engineered ourselves to make sure that we are value add to our customers to journey of their Windows 10 to Windows 11 upgrade, whether it is the refresh of the Windows machine or utilizing the existing infrastructure which are already compatible with the Windows 11 to make them in a seamless structure to upgrade that part. So if you look at this piece, we have carved out in a three-way support structure. As a system upgrade using your existing tool, or will able to leverage the UEM, SCCM from that perspective. And then on-site part, which are the tool, the systems which are very remote, and those are not able to do upgrade with the UEM tool, will carve out the on-site team. With that on-site team, we'll do the hands and feet there at the remote locations, and we'll do upgrade and make sure that those systems are compliant of your organization's perspective, and then report it to a central structure. And we'll take care of the assessment piece as well as the new systems. What are the systems which are not supported? Which are the systems not supported? We'll bring the new systems, or you choose your OEM to do that part. But after doing those shipment of those new device, what to do? So we'll take care of that piece also, configure those device, educate the users, and make sure the compliance are those new systems are done, and then report back to the central systems. So that way we have carved out the system support structures. We have India-wise throughout our resources are spread available. We can able to do end-to-end from the delivery structure, and that's the support structure we are proposing every organizations to take the advantage of our expertise and that piece. Hand over to Prashant.
Thanks, Mitul. And I think it's a wonderful support structure what Anunta is offering to our customers today. And thank you for doing everything what you are doing today. So now I'll just wrap up quickly now that we have talked about some of the ways you can transform your businesses with the new Windows and Copilot experiences. You can start thinking about your next steps. So we suggest going online to look at options. You can come to us. You can also contact another tech teams for advice, and they are a great resource for guidance and assistance with app implementation, as you have seen now. Also, once you have identified your rollout plan, you could start with the pilot deployment to fine-tune your strategy. And remember, the App Assure program is available to help you with app compatibility issues at no extra cost. So here I would say that as you know that Windows 10 will reach end of life by October 14th, 2025. That is this year. So Windows Enterprise is the easiest way to move to Windows 11 and get the benefits and the features which are only available on Windows 11 Enterprise. And there are two ways you can keep your endpoints on supported release of Windows. So first one, as I told earlier, that it's an upgrade, which is an in-place upgrade, which on the eligible PCs to Windows 11 using Windows AutoPatch or Microsoft Intune. So these tools and technologies help the IT team to deploy and manage and retire devices easily. And this is where you can use the zero-touch deployment with Windows Autopilot and Microsoft Intune as well. The second option is if the devices are ineligible and they can't be upgraded to Windows 11, then purchase a new Windows 11 Pro PC, which has all the security features turned on by default on day one, and it is by default by design, and it is from chip to cloud. So that's a greatest thing you can ever have today with the Windows 11. So now that is what was there with me. Now I would like to launch a poll for you and would like to understand from you what's your how's your journey and why do you want a Windows 10 to Windows 11 upgrade? What all features are you looking forward to in Windows 11? So let me launch the poll. And please put in your selections here. I hope you might see the poll.
Yes, it is visible, Prashant. I think we'll request all the participants to
Yeah, so it's a quite simple question.
cast
What's
their
your
vote.
primary reason for upgrading to Windows 11? And you can put in your choices there. We have talked about Windows 10 end of support because it is ending in October. You wanted to be upgrading it, but not because of anything else. That is one. Then you are wanting to have more secure features running on your devices. You want better performance. You need new UI and productivity experiences, and then AI-powered features like Copilot. So I think it's Windows 10 end of support what we are seeing. We'll just give it 30 seconds more for everybody to put in their comments. I think with that, I'll just hand it over the stage to Sudesh. Sudesh, over to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Prashant, Mitul, for your valuable insights. I think it's been a great learning experience for all of us today. A couple of features that you highlighted, Prashant, are simply mind blowing, and I'm sure there are a lot of key takeaways. So, what we'll now do is we'll open the floor for question and answers. To all the participants, there is a Q&A tab. You can just put in your questions that you have for Prashant and Mitul, and I'll see to it that all the questions get answered. We'll try to accommodate as many questions that we can given the time frame that we have at hand. So the Q&A window is now open. You can put in your questions and we'll pick them up. Okay, we will need to update BIOS drivers firmwares before upgrading. Here's a question, Prashant.
Yes,
Will there be
so
a need to update BIOS drivers firmware before upgrading?
So most of the drivers are included inside it because, as I said, that Windows 11 platform is running and is based on the erstwhile Windows 10 platform itself. So all the drivers what you are using today on the BIOS, you don't need to upgrade anything. It comes, so as I said, it is out of the box design and default experience what you'll be getting in. So there is no need to do that.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's wait for a few more.
In the meantime, you have questions. There is one more question which a lot of people ask me regarding the peripherals they are using in their devices, like the webcams, the microphones, the speakers, many other devices on their laptops with Windows 10. So they ask me whether in Windows 11 do we need to have a separate devices altogether? Do we need a firmware upgrade or anything else? So as I said earlier, you don't need to have anything special on your Windows 11. Most of the devices which were running as a peripheral on your Windows 10 operating system, they will continue to run in Windows 11 operating system as well. And also to have more details on it, you can connect with your respective peripheral OEMs, and they can give you more guidance on it in case there is any compatibility issue you see.
Prashant, there is a question. Do they need to pay separately for Copilot? I assume that answer is yes, but I'll let Prashant answer it.
Yes. So Microsoft Copilot is a separate license which is available at a particular cost, and it is a user-based license. All the features you want to enable onto your PCs with M365 applications, you need to have a licensed Copilot SKU with you for every users within your organization. Apart from that, we have a couple of more announcements that has been done recently in terms of Copilot Chat, which is a free of cost application, which you can obviously run on your Copilot Plus PCs, and you can see how is the experience looks like to you, though it will be more from a web perspective rather than the work perspective, but still you will see the reasoning power of Copilot by using Copilot chat experiences. So maybe you can start with that. And once you see the productivity is getting increased, your work is getting done in a lesser time, and you feel that it's a good tool to have, then you can go ahead with the purchase of Copilot licenses for individual users within your organization.
Thank you, Prashant. In interest of time, one last question that I can see offline. So, what is the best deployment strategy? Is it in-place upgrade or do a fresh install?
It depends, I would say. It's a tricky one. It depends on organization to organization how we want to take it up, because there are workers within an organization who are frontline workers, and there are workers which are the workers who are working from office itself. So you have both the methodology, and you can run the scripts in your SCCM and Intune in order to make sure that you have all the devices within your organization database upgraded at the same time. But I would say that if the person are technology evangelist within your organization, they can easily do an in-place upgrade. But what we recommend from security perspective, from compliance perspective, from privacy perspective, to make sure that it's being done centrally, and that should be the path for you to upgrade the devices within your organization.
Thank you so much. Prashant, I have one last parting question for you. What if somebody wants to continue using Windows 10 post the 14th of October 2025? What is the process and what is that they have to do?
So this is a good question, I would say, Sudesh, and I think in that scenario, we have one more option, which we call it as ESU option, Enhanced Security Updates option. So in case you want to continue with Windows 10 devices and you are concerned about the security because it's not going to have security updates coming in from Microsoft directly, so you can have a ESU purchased from Microsoft. Per user, I think it's $61 for per year. That is the cost. For the second year, it's $122, and the third year, it's $244. So though initially this cost $61 cost might seems to be a little less than the purchasing of the PC's cost. But if you think on the overall journey, what you have with the Microsoft Windows today. Today we are talking about Windows 11 security piece, because that is the most important one. When you are having Windows 10 with the security updates available with you, the point here is on the M365 application you are using on top of your PCs with Windows 10. So as per the policy life cycle for M365 applications, you will see that there is a notable performance and reliability issues in the applications what you are using with Windows 10, because as per the policy, it says that the applications what you are using from Microsoft should be on the latest operating system. And that is how both of them work quite easily. Though you are covered for the security updates with $61, but you are having performance issues and the reliability issues with your applications because of the policy and the compatibility between the Office applications and operating system. So we would recommend that it should be on the same page in order to have more productivity. So that is the way forward, which is the third way of doing it. But it has its own pros and cons associated to it. So you can reach out to us, you can reach out to Ananta Tech, and we can talk about it. We can check out a plan for you so that it gives you so that your organization is safe with respect to security considerations, and also it saves cost for you. But this is the right time to take the decisions because we have just 200 days left for Windows 10 getting end of support. So whatever you are going to plan it out now.
Wonderful. Prashant, thank you so much for the wonderful insights. Mitul, thank you so much for your contribution. So let's call it a close. I'll request all the participants, in case they have any further questions, you can reach us offline. You have our credentials. And once again, thank you very much. Looking forward to get association.
Thank you. Thank you, Prashant. Thank you, Sudesh.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.